All right, good afternoon, guys. Today's game. Okay, we're playing Farmington. Here's going to be our lines. We did a couple things different than what we have with the lines yesterday. So we realized with Jarrett being gone, it actually gives us an even number of left-handed wingers, even number of right-handed wingers. So Storm's going to play on the left side of Brody and Hudson, and Gabe is going to play on the right side of Jack and Isaac. I believe yesterday we had Storm and Gabe. So this basically switches Storm and Gabe with what we had at practice yesterday. But by doing this, it gives you guys the best opportunity to succeed by being on the proper side for you to execute passes, catch passes. So this is really going to eliminate a lot of trying to catch a pass on the backhand and having to use your backhand to pass pucks to the middle of the ice. So breaking pucks out, moving through the neutral zone, this is really going to help you guys out. Lane is going to get the start in the net tonight, or today, this afternoon. A couple things we're just going to show you guys on the whiteboard. First one is going to be our penalty kill forecheck. So we've got our 1-1-2. This is what we utilize with the forecheck on the penalty kill. And the depth of the defense is always dependent on how far the power play of the other team is going to stretch them out. If they like to do what our team does, where we have a winger or a forward at the red line and a forward at the far blue line, it's going to push these guys back a little bit. But it's always based on what their depth on this is always based on what the other team allows them to do. So I'm just going to put them for this instance here. I'm just going to have them back here at the red line. So the reason I'm showing you guys this is we are having a little bit of a tendency for this first guy to be a little bit too aggressive. Okay? What's happening a lot in other games is this guy is actually going behind the net. And when you're forechecking on the penalty kill, you never want to go behind the net. The main reason is because if this guy with the puck is intelligent, knows what he's doing, he can take you out of the play completely by making you decide which way to go, and then he's just going to send the puck the other way. So we don't want to go behind the net. What we can do is we can sit here and know that I'm going to sit here and I'm going to make you go that way. And then we can forecheck towards that way. So first guy here, let's just say the puck, this guy takes the puck, he's carrying it this way. We're going to inside out this forecheck. We don't want to go straight at him, because if we go straight at this guy, okay, so let's say our path, come on. Let's say our path is just right at the guy. It leaves this pass lane open. The whole idea of this forecheck is we want to force them up one side of the ice. So if I take this inside out path towards it, now I've taken away this passing lane. I'm in the way of it. Okay? So we take this inside out. We want to force them to move the puck up one side of the ice, so that the second guy behind you can also forecheck that inside out. All right? Now let's say, so this is if everything goes right. Okay, we're just forechecking it slowly up the ice. But let's say this first guy is a little late on the forecheck, just a little bit. And he goes inside out. And it does allow this guy to go D to D. He wants to flip the ice because we're forechecking the way that he wants to go appropriately. So here's how we make this switch. What we don't want to do is we don't want to have this guy turn and forecheck back this way. You're already behind the puck. So every time they go across the ice like that, it's going to flip our F1 and our F2. So now when they go D to D like this, we're now going to F1 with F2. Okay, he's going to flip in and be the pressure. And this guy's always going to backfill that pressure. Okay, he's always going to go back and back behind. Now notice how I have this path not going straight across. The main reason for this, and Derek was doing an awesome job in practice of this yesterday, is if this pressure by this guy makes this guy pass the puck up, our defenseman can step up if this isn't a very good pass and send the puck back in. And when that happens, this guy angles backwards while he's being F2 so that he can fill in behind a defenseman that steps up if that's the case. It seems complicated maybe on this board by drawing it up, but really the execution of it is very simple. If you're being F1 on the penalty kill and they go D to D, all you need to do is just filter back like you're going to be the F2 while your other forward becomes the main pressure as F1. And just make sure you're angling back, not straight across. We don't want to go straight across. Just angle back so that if this defenseman does step up, you're there to help. Okay, simple. Now I'm just going to show overload power play, just a quick little thing here because it seems to be something we are missing a little bit on this power play. We've been really working with defense on their lateral movement across the blue line with and without the puck and how they can open up lanes. So the best way when we get shots from the point on the power play is not when this guy catches the puck here. It's when this guy catches the puck here. Because the way that a box is set up, it really gives us a lane to shoot the puck. Okay? So when we're getting this situation, and I believe in our last game, Ty had about 2 or 3 really good shooting opportunities from this spot. But there's nobody there. It's really hard for this guy to do tips and screens. He's battling with this guy, and sometimes you just get muscled out of the way from your position. So when we are cycling the puck around, let's say these two guys down here have passed it back and forth a little bit. It's forced. This guy, his eyes have kind of taken him down a little bit. Now we got the puck back on the half wall. When we go out to this defenseman, or even let's show a case where when we go out to this defenseman, and then let's say he walks the blue line a little bit, and then he wants to put a shot on net. This screen and this tip needs to be from this guy. This low guy, when the puck goes from the half wall, get out of here. Trying to get this line erased. When this puck goes from the half wall to the defenseman, this forward needs to be the guy that comes in to get a tip, screen, or rebound. Because even if this defenseman doesn't shoot it and he goes back to the guy on the half wall, it's a very simple adjustment to just bounce back into a support role. Okay? So make sure you get here because we're trying to make this defenseman, his eyes are looking this way, and he just doesn't pick you up all the time. And you've got the easy screen, tip, rebound, a little bit more opportunities. Then if the rebound does get put into a corner or whatnot, you can still go out to help with that puck battle. So just a quick little reminder there on penalty kill forecheck, overload, making sure that we're using this guy to jump out into the front of the net, okay? Because we're never going to have this defenseman pass from here to here. So when the puck gets back to the defenseman, instead of leaving ourselves in a puck support role, we need to be more into an attacking role, okay? So let's see that small adjustment today on the power play for unit number 2 and when we go to the overload for unit number 1. We got a lot of power play opportunities against this team a couple weeks ago in Edina. We didn't capitalize on enough, and it kind of kept this team in it. So keys for today's game. Okay, let's be the faster team. As I mentioned to you guys last night, we are a better skating team. We are a more skilled team. The last thing we want to do is adjust our speed to what our opponents are giving us. Okay, we want to blow by them. We want to win every single puck battle and impose our speed onto them. Make them play on their heels and make them feel that they are the team that's overwhelmed with what we're doing. Discipline. It's going to be very important for us today to grab 3 points in every game. And, we get our 2 points from the win. We get our 3rd point from the fair play point. I never really bring up the fair play point until the very end of the season when we can sort of concentrate on, let's not get too aggressive with guys in the corners in terms of getting the checking from behind. I know that it's simple all season to say, hey, don't check somebody from behind, don't check somebody from behind. And it's true, but we need to be a little bit careful of making sure that we're doing puck battles in these corners. If all you're doing is going in for the big hit, and you don't even have a stick going towards the puck, you're not stick on stick and then body on body, and you blow a guy up into the boards, a lot of times refs are just going to put their hands up. All right. And if they feel like you caught them in a bad position, they're going to put you in that box for 2 and 10. All right. So I don't want you guys to not be physical. That's not what we're saying. But keep in mind that you need to come in to puck battles with the intent of playing towards the puck. And if you have your stick moving towards the puck and then your body follows that motion by doing a body-to-body contact, it's going to be very less likely that you're going to hit a guy in the back of in the numbers, and it's going to be a lot less likely that the ref's going to want to call that penalty. Third is Royal Road. As I mentioned last night as well, when we played Red Wing, that first period in the first half of the second period, we were doing a great job of executing Royal Road. And a lot of that is just having your head up when you have the puck, looking for options, crashing the net, shooting for far pad, and getting those easier looks at an open net when you have the goalie out of a position and he's not squared up to the puck. Playing a good goalie today, so using the Royal Road is going to be key for us to get early goals, stretch a lead, and be able to kind of sit into our defensive position and just hold on to that for the game. So the game today is at 3:30. We can get into the rink at 3:15. I will get to the rink a little bit after 3, maybe like 3:05, 3:10. I'll try to lock down a locker room for us for the goaltenders to get in and start getting ready. So I will see you guys later. Go Cougars.